Travellers are bearing the brunt of airline staff shortages and the cost of jet fuel, with domestic airfares soaring to the highest prices in almost 2 years. The cheapest economy airfares cost 56% more in August than they did in April, and prices continue to jump despite passengers facing delays and cancelled flights as the number of travellers bounces back to almost pre-pandemic levels. Joining me live now is Flight Centre CEO Graham Turner. Graham, what is your read on these prices? I mean, is it in some cases much worse because the shortage is more acute?
Yes, Laura, look, it is a bit of a problem because obviously the market now is a bit different to April, and you will have heard that both Qantas and Virgin have been lowering their capacity in the last couple of months, mainly because of sickness, the fact they don't have enough pilots and other reasons like that. So the capacity's gone down from a more like 95 to 100% to about 90% of pre-COVID levels, so it's not surprising domestic airfares have gone up, but there's still that 56% is all encompassing, and if people have a good look, Rex now flies the Golden Triangle. And so there's other airlines. Jetstar obviously has some engineering problems too. So it is a bit of a capacity thing, but there are alternatives. And if people are prepared to look around, there are still some pretty good fares. It's just that overall, those are the stats, 56%, but it's not that surprising.
And what effect is this having on your business? Are people not forward planning? Are they still booking holidays? What's going on there?
Well, look, it's really a tale of two things. The domestic is going well. There's most of the flights are pretty full. International is a lot different because although domestic's back to 95% of capacity, international is only about 55%. And I think we saw yesterday, pre-COVID, there were about 57 international carriers coming into Australia. Now I think that's down to about a bit over 40. And as I said, the capacity of seats is only about 55, maybe 60%. So international fares are a real issue. There's a lot of changes as well happening, so there's a lot of work for our people. And the same thing applies in domestic. We're still getting a lot of flight cancellations, which obviously double our consultants' workload, but that's our job, and that's what we've got to do. But generally, I think it's slowly but surely coming back to the pre-COVID normality.
Yeah, okay, so when can we see, do you think we kind of return to some kind of normal where there's not as much sick leave? I mean, jet fuel's a whole other thing as well. Are you looking at about 6 to 12 months, do you think?
Look, I think earlier than that. Bear in mind that pre-COVID we were basically in the golden age of travel. It had been going up for the last pretty consistently 5 or 8%, both internationally and domestically, for the last 40 years. So it was the golden age of travel. Now it's going to take some time to come back. Government restrictions here closed our international borders and a lot of our state borders for a couple of years, and so things just don't recover overnight. And obviously you still have the flu and COVID lurking in the background as well. But we think that there'll be quite a bit of shortage around Christmas domestically, but certainly internationally. It's going to be, if people haven't booked their international flights by now, they're going to have less flexibility, less choice, and probably pay more. But we feel after Christmas, which is obviously a peak season, the capacity will have come back quite a lot, both domestically and internationally, and you'll see the airfares moderate and the capacity coming on a lot better, so people will be able to fly a lot more easily. Probably late January, February, March will be the turning point, and I think by about next June it'll be pretty much back to normal.
Okay, that's good, but Christmas is such a special time of year. People really want to see their families. So if you want to be with your family on Christmas Day, whether it be overseas or interstate, what's your advice to people to book now?
Yeah, look, it's really important to book now and try to be a bit flexible with your dates. Try to make sure that you look at all carriers. As I say, domestically, there are 4 carriers, so you don't have to just stick to the main 2. But book ahead. Make your plans now because you're just not going to have that flexibility. You're going to probably pay more, and that's whether it's domestic or international.
Graham Turner, always good to talk to you. You are flexible and resilient. Quite a tough business to be in at the moment. We appreciate your time.